Hello everyone, it's Vigi here today, and we are back on the Hypixel forums to check out more of the Mega Balls classes. Well, anyways, let me just get into the right section, the Salty Sea section, yes. So, Moleman, the first look of Moleman has been released, as well as the reworked version of Werewolf, both of which look pretty interesting. I haven't looked at depth in either, but we're about to do that. So this was released last Monday, almost about a week ago, but so maybe I'm slightly outdated, whatever, it's not too bad. So let me just get to the first page of this, since that's where all the information is. Alright, here goes codename. Hey guys, here's the first look at what we have in store with the Moleman class. Read below for more information. So during pre-game it gains 9 energy per second, during game 12 energy per hit, during deathmatch gains 2 energy per second. So its primary ability, Dig, gain immunity from fall damage for 10 seconds. After 1 second, Moleman will charge forwards up to 6 to 10 blocks instantly, breaking any blocks in a free block radius and appearing on the other side of the tunnel, high velocity. Any player hit by the skill takes 8 true damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage considering the fact that it's like a mobility ability as well, because it takes you, 10 blocks ahead? This skill will continue as long as there are breakable blocks anywhere in the 3 by 3 by 10 blocks. I'm not sure why I said blocks there. Anyways, gains energy per hit for players hit by this skill. Oh, so it's kind of like Shaman and Ark's ability in a sense, because both of those you get energy. No, I do not keep the... Okay, there we go. The damage does not knock player back. Alright. So this is a really interesting ability, because it hits a lot of people, does a lot of damage, and has a really unique purpose. Like, obviously, Codename said that this was going to be an anti-hole class, which it does appear to be, because it basically destroys all of your, hard effort, your hard effort building, like J-Hop or whatever. It just rips through it, it's just like, nope, 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 nope. So, I believe it just goes straight. Yeah, like he said, it just goes straight. You don't go down or up or anything. And I don't understand why Moleman has this. Gain immunity from fall damage for 10 seconds. That seems pretty strong if you just happen to use it as like a getaway ability. For example, you jump from the top of like Bowspin Tower on D Keep and you just like fall all the way down the castle. But I'm not really sure about that part. So moving on, shortcut. 15 to 25% chance to gain speed 2 and haste 2 for 4 seconds when mining a shovel breakable block. No cooldown. Interesting. So you kind of have to depend on luck if you're trying to use this as like an MLG block placing and breaking like strat, considering it's only a 25% chance of activating. So you do get speed 2 and haste 2 for 4 seconds, so it does encourage you to just dig underground, like wherever there's dirt. Like if you're holding at D Keep and you're at like the no hunger zone where it's all dirt there, this is a good place to do it. So the next passive is Gunpowder Barrel. What an interesting name. Oh, speaking of names, before Codename actually changed some of the abilities and whatnot, they had really ridiculous names. Like, for example, the Gathering Talent was called Hungry Boy, and I believe it gave you extra food or something. I can't quite remember, but they had jokes names like that, so that was pretty funny. Anyways, moving on back onto Gunpowder Barrel. Pressing sneak while jumping will drop a lit TNT which will not damage blocks or allies. It doesn't say if it will damage yourself though, but I don't think so considering it won't hit allies. And it costs 25 energy, so that's actually an awkward place for a 12 energy per hit class, because it's going to cost you 3 hits in order to use this ability. It's like a secondary ability, kind of. I don't think there's a cooldown either, just because it doesn't say so. So you might actually be able to stack these lit TNT blocks if you're like in a 1-by-1 with someone, which is going to be devastating. And I'm assuming that the TNT also has like normal quality. I'm gonna say qualities like aspects or whatever. Like for example, when you get blown up by the TNT, you get like blown back a bit. I'm assuming that's the same with this, even though it doesn't damage blocks. But, you know, I'm not really sure. So I'm just looking at... So now we're going on to Moleman's kit. I'm just going to be looking at the max kit because I don't really care about the level, like scaling, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really sure what to say. So Iron Sword durability 1, Diamond Spade durability 3, efficiency 2, sharpness. I'm not really sure why you need sharpness on your shovel, but whatever. Gold helmet with unbreakable protection 1, so it's like an iron helmet with protection 1. Just makes it easier to identify people. And you have diamond pants, durability 1, protection 3, wow. And 2 potions of healing. So Moleman actually doesn't have any speed potions, but I assume that's because of the fact that this ability is it is good for mobility and the fact that you can get speed 2 from shortcut, although it's like a pretty bad chance of it. So the kit is pretty darn good otherwise. You don't get a diamond sword, but you do get pretty decent armor like an iron helmet prot 1 and diamond pants with like protection 3. That's pretty decent. I can't really ask for much more. I mean, there isn't any like feather falling or what's that other thing called? Drawing a blank here. Sorry. Like explosive protection. I mean, that's not really useful unless there's TNT, but still. But I guess I don't know. This kit is nice. It's solid. You have 2 potions of 8 hearts each, and you do have this fancy diamond spade that nobody else has because, yeah, diamond shovels, booyah. Alright, gathering talent, junk food. All food gives 1.5 to 2 times vanilla saturation. Alright, so most of you know what saturation is, but basically, for those who don't know, I'm going to explain it here. So basically, saturation is like the unseen side of with food. Like when you eat a piece of food, it may restore like 4 hunger bars, like those chicken wing things. I don't really have a name for them. But it'll restore like 4 of them. But the saturation determines how long those 4 chicken wings that you healed up, I guess you could say healed up, 8, whatever, consumed. There we go. That's a better word. So the 4 chicken wings that you consumed and now have, saturation dictates, yes. Saturation decides like how long it's actually going to last on you. So this is going to be really strong in deathmatch. Although it is like kind of a really passive gathering talent, and you might not notice it, I do believe that this is going to be pretty interesting, especially when you're holing and like trying to stall a game out as a Moleman. So overall, Moleman seems like a pretty strong class, just because of this ability being so good in the fact that it does a decent amount of damage. It also moves you quite a bit. I mean, there is a 1-second delay, but that's usually not a big problem. And you gain immunity from fall damage, meaning that you could use this in really like tall places. You could become like an Enderman, essentially. Kind of, anyways. And you also get EPH from the skill. So I believe that Dig is like insanely good for, you know, its actual cost, because I mean 12 energy per hit, and you gain energy during deathmatch, which is also a big plus, meaning that you can just run around, stall out, and get your ability for free. So that's interesting. Moleman is definitely an interesting kit, and I guess I would recommend trying it out. Heck, I would recommend trying all 3 classes out, because why not, right? New is cool. But Moleman will most likely do pretty well, especially with the current whole meta, quotation marks, whole, quotation marks, with like Golem, Zombie, Arcanist, okay, maybe not so much Arcanist, but you get the idea, Pigman in a hole. So Moleman will change the meta quite a bit. Anyways, moving on to Werewolf 2, Werewolf version 2. Let me just get on the right page, because what the heck, page 21. Alright, here we go. So Werewolf 2. Here's the first look at what was actually the second look, whatever. So this class also gains 12 energy per hit. Now I kind of wish that Mega Walls would kind of step away from the whole 12 energy like meta. I don't really know what to call it, But a lot of classes have 12 energy per hit. Like, for example, there's Squid, there's Golem, there's Dreadlord, Pirate, and the idea of the whole 12 energy thing is roughly the same. 12 energy per hit, and you get like a decent damaging ability. With Dread and Pirate, that's obvious. Golem is also kind of obvious, but you do get like an extra crowd control effect. Crowd control meaning that it's like it has like a side effect because you also suck the person in, and like so you can hit him some more. Yeah, Squid also does the same, in a sense, anyways. So alright, Pounce, charge forward. Pouncing on your enemies with a quick attack, dealing 4 to 8 amount. Sorry, words are hard. Dealing 4 to 8 amount of true damage to a single target. Travels up to 8 blocks. It will be stopped by walls or when it hits a player, giving you speed 2 for 1 to 5 seconds. So this is kind of like Pirate's ability in the fact that it does 8 true damage to a single target. For those that don't know, last time I checked, anyways. Pirate and Dread's abilities are both getting nerfed down to 8 damage, which is like, I guess you didn't really need to, but fine. We'll see how it goes. So it's kind of like a Pirate ability in that sense, because it does it to one single target. But this is also like a movement class, and you get speed 2. So I don't really know what's going on with that. I don't think it should do so much damage, considering the fact that you can use it as like a mini like spider leap, and B, you also get speed 2, so you can try and like strafe out some people. It's kind of like you get Shaman's heroism minus the weakness, minus giving other people weakness. So this is a pretty strong ability. Stained Fur. When you get hit by an arrow, you have a 5 to 25% chance to give damage to the one who shot you. Blah blah blah. You'll heal allies. Sorry, 50% of damage a shot would have done in a 10 block radius. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, you're actually reflecting the full amount of damage that you're taking to the person who shot you. So, like, if you were gonna lose 3 hearts, they would be the ones losing 3 hearts, and that's just kind of ridiculous considering it's a 25% chance to activate with no cooldown. So, I'm not really sure what Werewolf is going for. Like, this is just a really strong passive in my opinion, because it can do a decent amount of damage to people while also healing your allies of it. It's almost as if you're like a zombie. Just like shoot me, I'll heal my allies with the damage that you're taking, assuming that this activates anyways. So alright, this is the passive that I think is absolutely ridiculous. Bloodthirst. You get strength 1 for 2 seconds if an enemy drinks a potion in a maximum of 5 blocks close away from you, whatever, with a 60 to 100% chance of succeeding. So this basically shuts down every single potion drinking class. You can 1v1 with Werewolf against any class, and they can't drink their potion, otherwise you just burst them down with strength. Because strength 1 for 2 seconds is enough to annihilate people. It's basically the same with like old Pigman. It just gave you raw strength, and you went ham on these mans, just like slash 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 pentakill, easy. So I'm not really sure why Codename wants to be playing around with strength. Like, haven't you learned already the dangers of having strength? Like, I mean that even though Hunter does get strength on command, it's not really on command, but like you can time it well with Force of Nature. It's a really big RNG chance. RNG meaning basically luck, like random number generator. So I don't like this whatsoever. Right now, I would have to say that Werewolf is going to be a very good class, because it's kind of like a mix of other classes in a sense. Alright, so moving on to its kit, I'm just going to look at max kit because I'm lazy. So Diamond Sword, free Stake, free potions of speed 2 for 12 seconds. I believe right now most classes get it for 15 seconds. Diamond Legs Protection 1, and a potion of healing. So the kit is also really good, because you do get Diamond Legs with a Diamond Sword. So that kind of makes life easier. And you do get a bunch of speed potions, meaning that you don't have to be so conservative with them. Yeah, let's just go with that. I mean, a potion of, like, a healing potion of, okay, sorry, words are very hard right now. a healing potion of like 10 hearts isn't exactly best, considering you could have like 2 potions of healing with 8 hearts each, but it's nothing to be shy about. And considering you have blood first, and if, for example, someone tries to clean you up, you just pot on them, and then after that go ham on them, because they can't drink any potions. Otherwise they give you strength and you rip them apart. So I don't know what to say. Anyway, I guess I'll finish up with the gathering talent. So Scavenger. When you find a treasure chest, it will contain 50 to 100% more loot. So it kind of reminds me of Herobrine's gathering talent in a sense, although it's not really the same at all. Herobrine's gathering talent increases the chance of finding a chest, while this one, Scavenger, just increases the amount of loot you find inside a chest. So you might find like maybe 1 or 2 chests, but they have like a crap ton of loot because of this. So I don't know. Werewolf right now seems like a really strong kid. I'm not sure why both Werewolf and Moleman seem strong. Like, what happened to this whole concept of balancing things? That just gives you strength whenever someone drinks a potion near you. Like, what? What kind of ridiculous thing is this? So I'm not really looking forward to the addition of either of these classes, because I don't really want to be abusing them, but at this rate, they look really appetizing to use, let's just say. Even if you have like a different prestige, and it does take a while to get this because of the whole mythical class, the class requirements in order to upgrade your kit. So, I don't really like either of them, but you know, let's see what happens. Hopefully Codename makes adjustments and changes to these classes, because right now, they're gonna be ripping through a lot of things. Anyways, thanks for listening to me droning on and on about classes. So, well, see you later.